Act 1, The Heatwave. Scene 1, City Center. The scene opens with a shot of the city, a once thriving metropolis now suffocated by unbearable heat. The streets are deserted, and the sky has a constant ominous reddish tint. News anchor, off-screen. Record-breaking heat wave continues, now entering its 8th week. Temperatures have surged past 50 degrees Celsius, and experts are warning of imminent blackouts as the power grid struggles to meet demand. Cut to the central character, Samira, a 30-year-old nurse, as she steps out of the hospital. Her face is drenched in sweat, eyes weary from the relentless sun.
Voice strained. Another day, another endless day. The heat, it's like being buried alive under molten iron. Patients pouring in one after another, each suffering more than the last. And still, no relief.
She stops in the middle of the street looking up at the sun. It seems larger than usual, oppressive.
They said we had time, that we could turn it around. Where did all the time go?
She begins to walk towards her apartment, past storefronts covered in sandbags and homes with windows boarded up to keep out the heat. Child, off screen. Mom, can we go outside, please? A mother grips her son's hand tightly, pulling him back inside. Mother, no honey, the air isn't safe today. Scene 2, Samira's apartment. Samira enters her tiny, sweltering apartment. A fan spins uselessly in the corner. She walks to her window and gazes out at the parched streets below, where people dart from one shadow to the next. The city, once alive with energy, now barely moves.
Is this what we were warned about? Is this the end?
She checks her phone. There are dozens of emergency alerts, warnings about water shortages, advisories to stay indoors, reports of power outages. Phone notification, beeping, breaking news. Emergency services overwhelmed. Stay hydrated and indoors as heat-related fatalities rise. Officials urge citizens to limit water usage as supplies dwindle. Samira throws the phone aside, collapsing on the couch. Her hand rests on a framed photo of her family, taken years ago at the beach. She picks it up, her fingers tracing the edges.
They told us. Years and years of warnings, of reports, of scientists screaming at the top of their lungs, and we ignored them. All of us. We let this happen.
There is a loud crash from outside, followed by shouting. Samira runs to the window. A fight is broken out at a nearby water distribution point. Two men wrestle over a container of water, both desperate. Act 2, The Rising Sea.
We thought we had time. We thought the sea couldn't reach us. 10 years. 10 years since they said the waters would rise.
The council is meeting today. They're talking about an evacuation plan. The city's drowning in heat and inland. There's nothing but dust and fire.
Evacuation? Where would we go, Maria? There's nowhere left.
Daddy, are we going to be okay?
We'll be fine, Alice. We'll find a way.
The sea's coming for us. Alex, we can't stay.
We stay. We protect what we have left.
And what if the sea takes it all? What then?
Act 3, The Melting Arctic.
It's accelerating, far faster than we predicted. The models were wrong. Everything's happening faster. There's no stopping it. We're past the tipping point.
The ice shelf. We just lost another 10 square miles. At this rate, the global sea levels will rise another foot in less than a year.
It was supposed to be different. We were supposed to have more time. We are witnessing the collapse of the Arctic. The sea levels are rising, and with them, the threat to coastal communities worldwide. What was once a distant future is now our present. We must act.
Act 4, The End and the Beginning.
There has to be a way to survive this, to protect the people I love.
The final wave crashes with an unforgiving force, sweeping away what little remains. Communities are left in ruins, their cries for help drowned out by the relentless tide. This is the new reality, a world forever changed by the rising seas.
It's all happening. Everything we feared, it's happening now.
David nods, unable to speak. The sky above them is eerily clear, the sun shining down on the ice-free waters. It's a sight both beautiful and devastating.
There's nothing left, Samira. Everything's gone. The crops, the water, the power. We can't give up. We can't let it end like this. It's too late. The world's on fire and we're stuck in it. We made this fire, but maybe, just maybe, we can still find a way through it.
What happens when we're gone? When there's no one left to tell the story of what we lost?
Maybe someone will be left. Maybe there's still time for someone to save what's left of this world.
Act 5, the final wave.
Keep moving. Don't look back.
Where do we go? There's nowhere left.
We run. We keep running.
It's all gone.
Not everything. As long as we remember, it's not truly gone.
We'll find a way, together.
The final scenes intercut between Alex and his family finally reaching higher ground, and Samira leading her family toward the outskirts of the city. In both places, the survivors look up toward the sky, no longer dominated by the heat, but now carrying a sense of fragile hope. The end.